styles on them like it's common sense. Hopped out the Benz like it's common sense. Got a monkey on my feet like it's common sense. Got gorillas in the streets like it's common sense. Stack the money heads up like it's second nature. Gotta stay pulled up like it's second nature.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's Fitzgerald's Cardinals going up against Stephon Diggs' Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And we say hi again, one and all. Brandon Gaudin here as we count you down to kickoff. And I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And, Charles, I know even a former defensive back like you can admire some of the receivers in the game today. And Larry showed us a couple that are very likely to stand out in this one.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to admit that I actually admire receivers. But with their acrobatics, with their speed, with their moxie, and the way they go up and get the football, they can change the outcome of a game in an instant.
Kai Forbath set to kick it away for the Vikings. And off we go from the Twin Cities. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by the veteran and the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002, and that's Carson Palmer.
He'll turn 38 in December, and there was some discussion in the offseason about him possibly contemplating retirement. Elected to come back, though. His big right arm, exactly what they want in Arizona. They love to play the downfield game, throwing it to their big-time receivers.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
When you look at the Arizona Cardinals offense through the eyes of a defensive coordinator, you understand why it's so difficult to prepare for them. They can run the ball with excellent proficiency, led by David Johnson, who is a 1,000-yard running back, and a guy can catch the ball out of the backfield very well. Of course, Larry Fitzgerald's one of your elite receivers out wide, and their ability to move the ball around to a plethora of options makes them very difficult to prepare for.
On second down, here's Palmer. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Johnson. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 49. Well, that changes things.
Boy, does it ever, because you're certainly not expected to go backward on second and inches. Now you're bringing up 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. You're probably going to throw the football because, truthfully, that's the NFL way. Very few teams run the ball in 3rd and short situations nowadays.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Palmer gives to Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center, and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
Here's Palmer to throw. And he's got Gresham. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota. Minnesota head coach Mike Zimmer made his reputation as a defensive coordinator in this league, and that did not change in 2016. His team finished 3rd overall in total defense, and despite many injuries, kept his team in the playoff hunt throughout the season. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They go to Johnson again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now Prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On third down, Palmer. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jerron Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty move. And they're going to stop him short of the 20 with a penalty flag down. Now what's the call here?
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run the counter with Murray. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go with Murray again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Third down, Bradford. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
First down, Bradford. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
A second down throw for Bradford. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Marcus Golden coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
He may not be a household name, but Marcus Golden plays with such passion, such fury, and some pretty good pass rush moves at 12.5 sacks in 2016.
Tied for third in the NFL, former second-round pick out of Missouri.
Yeah, that's turned into a little bit of a pass rushing factory, isn't it? Got a lot of guys who can get there from Mizzou.
In search of something here after the sack. It's third and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. To throw is Bradford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That was second down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
They always say when you have your help, you have everything. And Tyrann Mathieu back on the field, full strength. Great sight to see.
How helpful is that for the secondary of Arizona?
Beyond helpful, because they can match him up in so many different ways. Outside corner, inside at the nickel slot, safety position, both strong and free. His versatility drives them in the secondary.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Forbath will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after a sluggish start, at least from an offensive perspective, they are able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
And now let's see what their defense has up its sleeve. If they can force a 3-and-out here, maybe you can get your offense the ball back with a chance to add on a few more before the break.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Vikings defense getting ready to go. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Again, it's Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now a man who made his NFL debut late last year, Matt Wild, to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Sherrill's to return it. Shifts by him. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Second down, Bradford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Bradford saying, let's go, fellas, urging his guys to get set. Here's Bradford. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got. A first down throw for Bradford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Bradford again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll throw again. Bradford. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. Both the Vikings and the Cardinals have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 3rd and 8. Palmer's on target here, and they cap up the drive with the score as they take a 7-0 lead. Vikings have it early in the second. It's Sam Bradford connecting with Stephon Diggs, and he ends up at the 39-yard line before he's stopped on the play. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. 1st and 10. Golden's got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, Bradford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 67 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Second down following the run. Here's Johnson. And he's got some space here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action with Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. A first down carry here for Johnson. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Palmer now off the bootleg. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Jerron Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, with a juke. Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Again, it's Murray. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got 1 on us, and just not let it turn into more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run here. It's Murray. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Peterson. Look at the spin. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
On 2nd down, Palmer. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Palmer. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Sherrills. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Johnson gets past him at the 10 and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Dawson for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Nifty move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bradford now to throw on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Bradford. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Bradford. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Bradford again. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Again, it's Bradford. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. To the air again with Bradford. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Now Bradford on 2nd down. He's going to let it go deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Operating from the gun, Bradford. And his throw here's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're in the NFL too for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Now Palmer on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And Gresham has it left side. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Johnson on the counter. Busts through the tackle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it with Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Golden in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
All right, so the confidence here in the offense on 4th down, they're going for it. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs in the final minute. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now, 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Bradford to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Here's Bradford. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Bradford with a give to Murray. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Bradford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Then like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. Oh, it's like that now? I'ma show you how to act now. I'ma show 'em how to act. I'ma show you. I'ma show 'em how to act. Okay, now picture little Bobby, just a youngin' run around with his man in his hand, feeling like a man. Run for the get the